Stay a while and listen. This is Brachial Bales coming to you from my sanctuary on the D2R Discord. On this episode, we're joined by hellomischa, Diablo Partner, streamer, and bright creative voice in the community. We talked to her about her journey as a creator, her experience at TwitchCon, what inspires her work, and how she keeps the spirit of Diablo alive for players old and new. And with that, let's jump into episode 6, Creating in Sanctuary, a Diablo discussion with hellomischa. So today for episode 6, we're joined by our co-hosts, Crude Sash and Tyrael, and our very special guest, streamer, storyteller, and community creator, hellomischa, whose love for Diablo has inspired countless players across Sanctuary. Hello, Mischa.
Hello.
Welcome. So you were recently at TwitchCon. What was that experience like? And did it give you a new perspective on the Diablo community or streaming culture in general?
Yeah, TwitchCon was amazing. Meeting new people was so much fun. It made me feel really loved, and just like being around everyone was so cool. Everyone was so awesome, but also for the streaming culture, it made me feel really small because the Diablo bubble is like such a tight-knit community, and it feels like everyone knows each other. And then seeing everybody at TwitchCon, and a lot of people don't know what Diablo is even. So I was like, damn.
Yeah, there's so much stuff on Twitch. It's like,
yeah.
It's crazy. There's probably more stuff on Twitch than like you can watch on TV.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is crazy. And I heard you'll be attending BlizzCon next year. Is that true?
Yeah, I got my ticket. I have my hotel booked. The last thing to do is get my flights.
Nice. Yeah, we're looking at possibly attending the pod team. So we'll see how that transpires. We're trying to maybe get media passes or something, but
that'd be super cool.
Yeah. So how has the current Diablo season been treating you so far? Any memorable drops or moments that stand out? I know you play. Do you play exclusively hardcore?
Yeah, exclusively hardcore. This new season's been good. I actually took a long break from doing new seasons. I was pretty burnt out, so it's really fun to play with everybody again. So a few people died and some rage quit, but all in good fun. I actually got a bear rune today, so that was really cool.
Yeah, I was listening in and watching earlier on in the ladder, and you did have a sorceress death, I think.
Yes.
Early on there, yeah. Yeah, that's tough. I personally, like, I get the allure, but I can't imagine spending so much time like leveling a character and getting the gear and all that stuff, and then losing it, and it would break my heart.
I think it's a little easier if you have a solid community. We trade within the community, and if someone sees you need something, they're like, hey, I found this, and it's fun finding stuff for yourself, and also you see, oh, someone really needed this, can't wait to give it to them. So we trade within our group, but we also don't like exactly trade. We kind of gift it to each other when it's needed.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that's the way it was intended.
Yeah,
that's staying true to the spirit of the game, which is awesome. And so when you're not in Sanctuary, what kinds of games or creative outlets recharge you or recharge your inspiration?
So I like to play survival games like Dune, maybe some Minecraft every now and then, but off stream I do a lot of reading, baking. I actually just started making hot sauce, so I've been getting creative with making some labels.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, I've always been interested in making my own hot sauce. I actually have a hot sauce collection that I've been collecting for a few years now, and every once in a while I'll break it out at like parties or something, and you know, it's fun to see what people are able to handle, and also just you know, just to kind of taste stuff. I have a few favorites, but I have probably 100 hot sauces or so.
Yeah, well, I thought I had a lot.
Yeah, and like I have like milk crates in one of my fridges.
Oh my gosh.
And so like I keep them easy to take out, and just like pull a milk crate and take it somewhere or something. But yeah, it's something I've always loved. I love spicy food, and so that's cool. I've made hot sauce before. We took like a hot sauce making class where you like choose the ingredients and ferment it and all that stuff. That was years ago, but yeah, that's really cool. I'd love to try some.
I'll bring you some at BlizzCon.
I just can't handle heat like I used to.
The hottest pepper that I'm working with right now is habanero.
Mm-hmm.
So I care
30,
more about
35
flavor. I think it's like the highest it can be is like 500,000.
They can go that hot on habanero?
Yeah, I think it's 350 to 500K. I think. Someone might have to look that up.
I am working on it.
But yeah, so I've been working with like not the hottest ones because I hate ghost peppers, for example. I do like Carolina Reapers, which is hotter.
Mm-hmm. But they have
I hate ghost pepper. Yeah. Ghost pepper just does not taste good in my opinion. Like anything that has it ruins it for me.
Yeah, it's just generally hot for the sake of being hot. But I have had recently, and it wasn't like crazy. Like they don't tell you how much ghost pepper they put in stuff, but I had like a tequila ghost pepper sausage. It was pretty good.
Oh, habanero's 10,000 to 500,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a big range.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
Yeah. I wonder if this is a misprint though that I have, because I have the Carolina Reaper gummies, and it's like 100,00. So I feel like maybe it's a misprint, missing a zero.
I want to. You said the Carolina Reaper. I thought those could go up as like high as like 2.2.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is 1.5 to 2.3 mil. And ghost pepper is 855 to 1.04 mil. But I like Carolina Reaper stuff, but maybe just the sauces I've had with it has been better made.
Yeah, there's some other crazy
ghost
ones.
pepper always get sick.
Yeah.
So
there's other crazy ones like the Trinidad Scorpion. And some other ones.
Pepper X.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Reaper X, which is spicier than the Carolina Reaper.
If we make it to BlizzCon, I look forward to trying some.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. All right, so let's go back to the beginning and talk about your journey. How that first spark led you to becoming one of the most recognizable voices in the Diablo creator scene. How did your connection to Diablo first begin? Any early memories that hooked you?
So, I started playing Diablo because of my older brother. He is 7 years older than me. He used to play all the time, and I'd watch him play back in dial-up days. And he would be showing me things. He was always like chill with me, just sitting behind him and watching him. And slowly it evolved to me playing for him when he had to go take a shower and he didn't want to lose his spot in his chaos runs. Or if he was making a new character, they were running as a group, he was like, just stay with everybody, make sure you don't lose them so I don't miss a quest. And then eventually I asked him if I could make my own account and play. I think I was around 8 years old when that happened. And he said yeah. And he was actually really good about sharing the computer with me. My brother was awesome.
Nice. So before Diablo became a part of your personal life, what inspired you to start creating, streaming the videos, which you recently started a YouTube channel. I mean, I think you've had one, but now you're creating actual separate content beyond streams and other community projects.
Yeah, so I always wanted to stream back when I was playing a lot in high school. But I just was always too nervous to do it. I didn't know how to get into it. I didn't know what I was doing. But I was making YouTube videos with gaming clips, never went anywhere. And so around when I was 17, some like weird IRL stuff happened to me that kind of took me off the internet for a bit. And I was like nervous about getting back into streaming. But my now husband kind of pushed me back into it when I mentioned it to him in 2021. I said I wanted to start streaming because I started getting back into gaming. And he bought me a headset and was like, there you go. So when the headset arrived, made a Twitch account and I pressed go live.
Man, that were you like worried, or like did you have any thoughts, or you just went into it and said we'll see what happens?
I just went into it and we'll see what happens. And also like right around then I saw that D2R got announced and I was like, oh my gosh, this is my game, like I can't wait. So I started streaming with League of Legends to get used to it. I was like, this is my practice. And then yeah, D2R happened and it kind of changed my life.
That's awesome. Like, what wonderful timing.
Yeah.
Uncanny. So you've built such a welcoming community. What's your philosophy for making your space feel inclusive yet true to Diablo's tone?
So honestly, I think it's the people that kind of just do it themselves. Like everyone just has such a welcoming vibe and they get along well together. Super wholesome and goofy. We all laugh at the same things. So it's really easy. And then everyone kind of just understands that we help each other. We don't ask for free things. Like, we're here for each other. We're here to game. We're here to forget about a shitty day at work and just vibe out. So it makes it really easy. And it's really nice seeing like people helping each other and not just relying on me. And then like seeing actual friendships getting built within the community. So it's really nice.
Cool. Tyrael, did you want to ask a question?
Sure. How do you balance showcasing your personality with honoring the dark, atmospheric identity of Diablo?
So, honestly, I am such an opposite to the Diablo atmosphere. Like, I've got cute plushies and everything's pink. So, Diablo, but make it cute.
Yeah, that's
fair enough.
That's like with Diablo 3, the what was it, like there's clouds and rainbows.
Yo, the unicorn level. See, I did not really like Diablo 3. I could not get into it, and I did not like the art style because it was too wowified for me.
Yeah.
But the unicorn level, like, that slaps. I'm sorry. I think it's so funny, and I know a lot of people hate it, but it's hilarious, and I love that kind of stuff.
Well, the thing with Whimsy or Whimsydale, depending on how you open it, is it's such a stark contrast because you get into it and it's this, super cutesy to the point of almost being disgusting, and then you start attacking and it's just horrific.
Oh yeah,
like
you're cutting off bear heads,
blood everywhere, exploding unicorns. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous, and I do have to give them credit for not taking it too serious because that's funny to me. Like,
it's so funny.
It's wild to me that might have been the best thing that came out of that game. But yeah.
How about the Herodric hamburger? That's just a fantastic transmon too.
Yeah.
Or the Spectrum sword.
All right. So looking back, what's been the most rewarding or surprising moment of your creator journey so far?
Well, there's been so many amazing moments that I don't think I could recap them all, but just having so many people root for me is crazy. Like, my 2-year partner anniversary is coming up. It's on November 21st. So I'll mention that one, I guess. So during the Path to Partner, it was so nice getting DMs saying like, you're killing it, let's go, when the numbers were up, and the motivational DMs like, you got this. So much support. It was so amazing, and I just felt so loved and appreciated. And I made some merch when I hit partner, and people were so hyped about it. Got the merch and were like, I was there when Mimi got partner. And then 2 weeks later I hit YouTube partner, and the hype just kept going. It was crazy. And like, I've made so many awesome friends. Like, some of these people came to my wedding, so never would have thought. I've flown to the Netherlands to meet people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's like these friendships that are gonna last a lifetime. Like, I'm going to someone's wedding in February that I've met through Twitch, and they're in the community.
That's super cool.
The community in this game is second to none, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're brand new, if you've been playing this game since day one, people are here to help. People will hook you up and they take care of you, and I don't think I've ever seen a situation where people cheer failure, but man, they will lift you up all day long doing this.
Yeah, and like the amount of support I've seen people giving each other just in my server alone. Like, some people have been talked out of like some really deep stuff, and it's just so wholesome. And like the amount of love that these people have in their hearts, like, I couldn't have asked to have a better community.
That actually kind of covers my next question, which was, what's special about the Diablo community compared to other gaming spaces that you've been in? I feel like we tied that up pretty succinctly, unless you have anything else to add on that.
Yeah, just everyone's so like inclusive, and even when it goes straight back to gaming, like, you can get the same drops over and over again, and someone will still be hyping you up like, hell yeah, you did it. Like, and it's just so awesome. Like, no matter how many times we've gotten the same thing, it's always so exciting.
We had a member on our Discord, I'm sure Break remembers, about, I want to say a good 4 months ago. He had just started the game. His name was Zach, and he was a young guy, and he was sharing with us in general his journey through the game, and he would get so excited. He'd come in with a screenshot and he'd say, look at this cool armor I found, and it was, like a gray ancient armor. And you play the game long enough and you get a little jaded about things and everything, but then to see somebody come in with that much enthusiasm and was so excited, I was so hyped to help him. Like, every question he had, I was trying to answer him and help him, because I was so excited to see that much enthusiasm from someone about the game.
Yeah, and
That's awesome.
I will say, it was cool because most of us, or a lot of us, have been playing this game since the early 2000s. And although we may not know everything, like, once in a while I'm still learning stuff, because the game has so many nuances. But it was really interesting to look at the game like through the eyes of someone that has never touched it before, and kind of reliving the experience, kind of wishing that I could go back and unknow everything just so I can play it again for the first time.
Yes.
Well, guys like Zach kind of teleport you back to those early days.
Yeah.
When you see that enthusiasm, it kind of puts you in that same mindset. Like, I remember those days, and it makes you happy again.
Yeah, for sure. So, Crude, I think you'll appreciate this question. How do you see old school D2 players mixing with the D3, D4 generation?
So, I can't really speak on D3 because I didn't play it that much. I definitely have under 100 hours in it. But I know D4 is a bit mixed. Some people really do like it, and they enjoy it as like a new Diablo story, different game. But I know some people want nothing to do with it. And one thing that I don't like is when like a Diablo 2 purist, where those people that say D2R is the only game, and I get it, it's an awesome game, but when they get mad if you play D4, like, we're just trying to play video games and have fun. It's not that serious. But
True story.
I think
Gatekeeping in gaming is stupid.
yeah, and I think if if they want to see changes in D4, then there's like forums where they can speak out about it, and as long as they're being respectful and actually giving constructive feedback to the devs, that they will learn and read and see what people actually want, then they can make a change, make a difference, an impact.
And that's always the rub too, you know. People want to share their criticism, but they want to share their anger first, and maybe that's part of the overall internet culture, because you know you get that hot take, and you know it's a little spicy, and you know you get your you throw your hat in the ring. There's another euphemism you can use for that, but I'm trying to be non-vulgar. So everybody has this, they need to be edgy and it needs to be, angry. And no, it really doesn't. And it's one of the things I've talked about for even our own content. It's constructive criticism. I'm going to listen all the time. If you have feedback, great, I want to hear it. But if you're just going to come in all negative about everything, that's just going to get drowned out because I'm not hearing anything. I'm just seeing your rage, and I'm trying to clean the spittle off my glasses. I love D3 and D4 for different reasons than D2. So, and I wish the communities would mix a little bit better, but I do get that it's a certain different type of mentality that digs each game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see gatekeeping, you can go on the official Blizzard forums for D2R.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like when people respond with anger, the devs are just going to look at it and roll their eyes and scroll past.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I think is maybe holding up any future changes, because there's like everyone is so split but also like fanatical about it, and it almost makes it like hard to decipher what people actually would enjoy, and they don't want to change things without like just making people disgruntled and stop playing.
I assume when those people are angry that they kind of take your stance when people are angry on Reddit. Like, okay, thank you for your opinion.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that's a common response, man. Like on the Reddit, like you would not believe the shit that we have to wade through. But I'm polite and just say I thank you for sharing your opinion, and I move on.
Yep.
They usually don't.
Yeah.
It tends to make them more angry that he's just so flatlined about it. It's funny.
Tyrael gets to see some of my responses. Actually, he gets to see all of them, but
it's absolutely golden. Like, people just be losing their minds, and he's like, okay, thank you for your opinion. You don't have any power here, blah blah blah. And he's like, okay, have a good day.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate. So what kinds of community events, challenges, or collaborations excite you the most?
So I love doing challenge runs, like how many X until I get Y. That honestly has made the game super fun for me. And asking in chat what I should do next, I get some really crazy ideas. They're really fun. I've done some really cool ones, like Hellforge until Bear Rune. So I had to rush all the characters and then do all the Hellforges. I've also done some fun collabs in the past with regular Schmuck. We did a No Town, No Healing run, and I'd like to do it again. We actually almost beat it, but we died on Wave 5 Bale.
In hardcore as well?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's wild.
Yeah, and it was round 2. It was a redo that we made it that far. The first time we died, he died in the Act 4 River, and I died shortly after in Chaos, but I was like, I kind of don't want to do this alone. It's less fun.
Yeah.
I also had little fun Iron Man competitions. We were doing like little giveaways, so I I rolled 7 spots, and then everyone had to make a brand new character, level it to level 9, and then everyone fought to the death.
That's cool.
So that was fun.
That's actually something that we had considered hosting, something similar, where
Yeah, it's hilarious.
where you only everyone has to start fresh, and then you kind of just you level to level 9, and then whatever gear you found, that's what you have, and then you duel to the death.
I've also done.
Sounds like a riot.
Yeah.
I've also done little survival things with who can survive in cows at level 1 the longest. That one's really funny because you just see everyone running. I usually make everyone pick the same class so that like the tankiness and speed is the best. I once made everyone pick sorceress and it was done within a minute. But if you pick Amazon,
hardcore,
done pretty fast.
And in hell, or just normal cows?
In normal, because otherwise you'd have to rush everyone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We might have to get in on this sometime with you. Have like this podcast group do that. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
It'll probably be the only time you see me do a hardcore run, because I've seen way too many videos of people taking like a stray arrow or a stray quill and that being the end of a run, and I'm just not about that.
But there's always someone to help you get back up if you perish.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's the benefit of the Diablo community.
Yep.
Speaking of which, we'll continue along that same line. Crude, I think you have a question here.
Yes. So, touching back to what we were talking about constructive criticism. So how do you balance it when you get constructive criticism, but still trying to keep a focus on that positive atmosphere when you're discussing Blizzard content and things of that nature? And especially I think in this context, it's how do you handle when you get that criticism and it's kind of negatively pointed at the game and you're trying to promote the game? And so how do you kind of find that balance?
Yeah, so when it comes to negative feedback about D2R, there's not much I can do, and people sometimes do assume that I can just like go to the devs and have them make a change, but like I really can't. But when it comes to D4, like there's places I can bring feedback. Same with everyone has access to the Reddit forums or the BNet forums where they can make their feedback too. So I always say like there's these channels you can make feedback. I can also do it for you if it's something that I agree with. But I do tell people like, hey, if you're gonna be swearing at them and yelling at them, they will scroll past, because I don't think that's very constructive and it's not really helping them.
As you've evolved in your content, do you feel any level of responsibility, or maybe that's a hard word to use, but something in that nature where you feel like you have an obligation, let's say, to talk to people who have that criticism and try to get them on a different path? Is that something that you think about, or do you just kind of, let them have their say and just kind of leave it alone?
If there's someone that you can have a discussion with, I like to open up a positive discussion, because I want people to like have fun playing video games. Like that's all it's about. It's have some fun, forget about real life responsibilities, like chill out, put your feet up. But if they're gonna just blow up at me, then I end the conversation. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that meme where the guy's like, that blah 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 blah. It's just nostalgia. Quit having fun. Like that's kind of how I feel with those people.
Yeah.
Like you're that guy. You're the meme guy.
Yeah, and like we're like one thing that is an issue in D4 is people are saying they're not getting their dopamine hits like they do in D2, and I do agree with that. I think that there's still a lot of things that they can work on towards getting to that point. But there's people that also demand that they get everything within 2 hours. And I'm like, what's the point of paying for a game that you're not going to play. So there has to be a good balance where you can get things, but also not be given things.
That's been my biggest criticism of D3 and D4, is that the loot just comes too easy. When I was doing the D4 pre-alpha, which was just the end game stuff, you know, they were looking for specific feedback, and one of the things I said, and at this point, there was no story information in the game. It was just, you know, playing the game at max level. And so it was all based upon what we were seeing in the game, and my response was, there's too much loot. There's too much loot. There's too much loot. And the crazy thing is, when the game went live, the loot increased. It kept getting higher and higher and more. And it kind of echoed that D3 thing of the loot showers and loot rain. And it does do what you just said. You know, you can't get that great dopamine hit of finding a green or gold item like you will in D2 because they're so rare. And, you know, I've explained to a few people in our Discord how finding really low-level items like mana pots or cracked items in Hell is actually a really good thing, because it enhances the really good stuff you find and makes it feel so much more special. And then you know, it's just a different feeling. And that's the thing I would hope that they would capture.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too.
Yeah.
But I think that they're scared to lose an audience. But if they think about it, D2 has held an audience for how long? And is still getting new players. I constantly have people coming to the stream saying, I just picked up this game. I'm really excited. I played D4. Now I'm ready to try this out. And they love it.
Yeah, there's definitely, and we've covered it probably ad nauseum at this point, but there's a certain allure of playing things that are harder, more difficult, that take more time. It's less about instant gratification, and it's more of a slow uphill crawl.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons I love the game.
Yep.
It's a very different beast than D3 and D4. D4 is difficult because it's complex for the complexity's sake. They just added way too much stuff that wasn't necessary. And then D3 ended up just being so easy. I started a season, who knows how long ago at this point, and it was the very next day I had already hit into like the torment levels, and using blood shards and stuff, I ended up being endgame geared in like less than 36 hours of ladder start. And that was casual playing. Like I had to work, you know, I slept and everything. So it wasn't just like a 36-hour rush where I, you know, worked hard for it. I maybe put in. You
played 36 hours straight, no sleep.
right. Yeah, and that wasn't even the case. Like I maybe put in 10 hours tops, and I was end game gear. And
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've beat up on Diablo 3 and 4 enough. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will continue our discussion with Mischa. Be right back.
Who?
This episode is brought to you by our D2R Discord and subreddit. Come join our community of over 100,000 combined members. Ask questions, interact with other players, get real-time updates on Diablo Clone and Terror Zones, join voice channels and kill hordes together, enter our giveaways, or just hang out and chat. If you love D2R as much as we do, be sure to check it out. Links in the description. All right, and we are back. So, for this next section, we'll be talking about exploring how creators and Blizzard coexist in shaping the Diablo experience. So you've been part of the Diablo creator community for a while. How have you seen Blizzard's approach to engaging with players evolve over the years?
So yeah, I've been in the Diablo Partner program for just over a year now, and I think the open engagement with new players does still need work, but they are really active on socials, so maybe it's not so bad, but they do have to respond to a lot of harassment, to be honest, because gamers these days are just so angry. So if anything, it makes their jobs harder. And I mean, you wouldn't want someone calling you at work and just yelling at you for things that are beyond your control.
Wait,
so
that doesn't
I think
happen
people
to
need
you
to be
at work?
yeah.
Wait.
I think people just need to be a little bit more respectful, and especially because there's always something going on and we can't see everything and behind we can't see behind the scenes. We can't see what's really going on. So things take time. But I know that they have the means and resources to do things, but there's probably external factors that are delaying things or determining the last call, so they can't always do what they fully want, probably.
I think a lot of the issue with the internet today is there's this perceived anonymity, that's the word, that has led to bringing out some of the worst aspects in human nature.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely. Definitely.
yeah, for sure. I mean, you add a level of anonymity and people say the worst things they possibly can, and they feel okay doing it. But if you were in a room with that person, you wouldn't say that stuff.
Oh, guarantee it.
Yeah.
Most of the people, it's the amount of their bark being worse than their bite is ridiculous. It's got to be like 99.9% of people, it's all bark, no bite. And as soon as you get them in a room, like you said, there's no way they would say those things.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's the internet. Everyone knows that it's a cesspool sometimes, so it's just how it is.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So Mischa, what is it like to create content for a game with such a passionate and long-standing player base?
So it definitely has its ups and downs, mostly ups, but it can get pretty hard. Like doing the challenge runs for content, sometimes people get angry and I'm just like, hello? And it'll be for silly reasons, like I'm not playing the game that they think the way I should be playing it, which is silly. Like there's no rules. I'm just trying to have fun with it, make people laugh.
You're in your space.
Exactly.
You make the rules.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make people laugh, like tell a story, change it up a little, because it is an old game. We've been playing it for majority of our lives. Like it's the same thing over and over again. Why not do something new? And I also, if I did the same things just the basic way, why would people want to watch me? Other than I'm hilarious, obviously.
Obviously.
Clearly.
Obviously.
There you go.
I think that didn't even need to be said. That's just clearly obvious.
Obviously obvious. Obviously.
Obviously. But like doing the challenge runs has made it so much more exciting for me, and it makes me like, I sometimes like itch to get back to places. Like I'm planning on running the Countess until I can make a Zod rune in the next couple of months, and I'm like itching to go back, but I need to do some other things first.
That's insane.
Wow.
The tism is strong with this one, but
Are you aware just how difficult that's going to be? Because I did the math a while back, and depending on where in that chain you start, it's a lot.
Like 14.5 billion L runes.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around there. It's in the chat somewhere when I did the math.
It's actually trillion.
Oh, trillion.
Was it trillion?
Yeah, 14.5 trillion.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was off a little bit.
Yeah.
So the video that made
right.
Yeah. So the video on my YouTube that like kind of pushed me to get enough watch hours to hit YouTube Partner was me running the Countess until I could make a Baron. And I was only killing the Countess, and Like that's
The
it. Like
lowest
her
it can
direct
drop-
mobs,
or
only
the-
the Countess.
The highest the Countess can drop in hell is low, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I got her terrorized and she gave me a Sir rune. So I did that
Oh,
in
easy peasy.
just over 4,000 runs.
Oh,
And then to celebrate
yeah.
it, a year later,
Only.
I decided to do it again. And I wanted to beat my previous time, and I didn't. So I got to like over 5,000 runs, and I didn't have a bear rune yet. But everyone's like, just run till Zod. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to continue from there and run till Zod. I'm collecting chip gems and stuff right now as I'm playing.
yeah. That's
so-
insane. That's insane because not only do you need the runes, but you have to have all the gems too. And it's like,
Yeah, and I'm collecting every single rune. And I don't know what it is, but cubing runes just scratches that little part in my brain. And like so many people are
Yes.
like, you're wasting your time. Yeah, but isn't that what video games are? Like, I'm having a great time.
that's awesome.
And then the people that like get it and they're just like they go along with me, like, we're doing this for science, and they'll cheer me on, and it's so fun. They get so into it. I have one person that always does the math about how far I am from a certain rune, like down to the percent, down to the point. And it's so fun. He'll calculate all my runes that I have, and then yeah, it's just those are the real ones. That's why I keep wanting to do it, because they're having fun with me.
Do you track which run you found stuff so that you can kind of do the math of like real world results versus like the known odds?
For the like notable ones, yes.
Yeah.
So when I do the Countess, I wrote down and up. But I didn't do it when I did it the first time, but I did it the second time. And I know like on 15, 14, I got an rune, which was pretty cool. And I got someone actually did the math when I was around 4,900 runs. They said that I was getting the like ist percent or whatever. What is
the
it, like 1
equivalent.
in 187 or something? Equivalent, yeah. Like I
Yeah.
was hitting it.
Nice. Yeah, that's
But
cool.
I have like all the rune plus gem recipes memorized now. Like
Yeah, how could you not? After what you've done, like 10,000 runs just for that, or close to.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's
That is-
insanity and commitment
Yeah.
on a level that I don't know I have.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably gonna be over 80,000 runs. But I'm here for it.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I find it interesting to see what like the theoretical drop rates are versus practical.
Practical.
Yeah. Like I find that interesting because it's not always straightforward. Like RNG is
Yeah.
a real thing, and you can miss by a mile, or you can get it within a few feet, and it's one of the things that makes the game great.
Yeah.
No, and I do want to verify this with you too, Mischa. This is all being done on hardcore.
Yes.
Whoa,
That's
brave
awesome.
soul you are.
And it's funny, I'm a rune hoarder, but not to that level. I don't have enough time to play that much. But my non-ladder mules, I have about 500 runes, and
Holy.
I remember people saying things like, "Oh, I don't pick up this, I don't pick up that." I pick up every single rune I find. I pick up every gem. I cannot
Same.
leave them. That is my OCD. I
Yeah.
cannot leave them on the ground.
Ditto.
I'll like yell
Yeah.
at someone. I'm like, you left this F rune on the ground?
Yeah, you crazy?
At this point,
Yeah,
you
what's
doing?
wrong with you?
At this point on non-ladder, I think I pick up Hells and Rows, maybe Orts, and then anything from Foul up. But everything else I just leave.
How could you?
Yeah, I know.
All
I'm
those
sorry.
runes you leave crying on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I'll pick them up, and then I will create like a normal game, and I'll drop them for the newbies.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say I pick up every unique and set item, even if it's an old. What I cannot leave them on the ground.
Yeah.
I have to pick them up, and I'll do the same thing. I'll just go into the first free game I find and just drop them off. So I play D2, but I was a long-time Warcraft player. I might go back. I never say never with WoW. I've had taken a lot of long breaks, but I never say never. I tried StarCraft once, but
I
it
love
didn't really.
StarCraft.
It just wasn't my kind of thing. It's little too much like management.
I like
Real-time
that.
strategy games are awesome. I
Yeah,
do like that.
apparently real RTS games are really,
Yeah.
really good when you're stressed out. Like, it's actually like a proven fact. It's really good for your brain. Yeah.
Wow, really? Okay. And I've noticed, I don't know too many StarCraft streamers, but I know people like Towley and Bajira are kind of mainly focused on WoW. Although I think Bajira was doing some D4 as well. And in Diablo, you have Riker and of course yourself and others, who are, more devoted to Diablo. So, what do you think makes Diablo compelling to try and build content around? And, do you feel like that sense of, you're identified with Diablo, or do you feel like, you could kind of branch out to other things, but your focus is on Diablo, so what makes that compelling for you?
So, it's making the content. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I have like huge creative blocks, but then sometimes something will click in my brain and like I can tell a story with this. And like even with D4, I ran Duriel like a bunch of times until I got a Shaco, and I like told a story about the gaping crevasse and this giant maggot with a big butt. But like I hope that when people watch my videos, they know that I'm doing it to like entertain them, and like I want them to laugh. And it's not serious. I'm just being silly. And I hope that can come across. And sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't, but that's okay. But I know when I was doing Ubers until I got a perfect torch, I was like making art with my portals and I made it a thing. So it's just all about having fun, and the dopamine hits in the game, like we all know how those feel, and that really makes it so much better, especially when everyone's feeling it with you. Yeah.
I found a soul cage a couple of ladders back. It was the first one I'd ever found. And when I first started playing D2, I was a big Barbarian fan, still am. And the soul cage was the grail that I wanted. It was the item that I wanted so badly because to me it was the pinnacle of the Barb class. It was the thing. It was so rare and so hard to find. I played single player. I didn't play online. So, there wasn't any trading for me or anything. And when I found that soul cage, I gotta tell you, I stopped and got a little emotional. I had to collect myself, and I could not text my son fast enough. He's a longtime
Aww.
player as well. And I said, "You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this," because for he and I, it was a touchstone moment. And yeah, so that dopamine, it is super real. Big, high runes get me excited, but that soul cage is a memory
Hell
I'll keep
yeah.
forever. And then I found one. I found another one 2 weeks later.
I remember the first time I got a Zodarune, I was playing a Barb that season and I horked it in Chaos. And I got so excited. I was like, it's my first Zod! Oh my god, I did it! So I made a Breath of the Dying, and a week later I died.
Oh.
Oh,
But
no.
it was really funny, so it's okay. And I know the first few times that I died, like, I think there's times that I kind of cried a little, and I was like, I can't believe that just happened, like, that I was doing so good, blah, blah, blah. Like, I teared up a couple times. And then after, I think it was season 3, I was playing a Mosaic Assassin, and I teleported into the Infector pack in Chaos, and I just disappeared. I just went pop. And I just started laughing hysterically.
Wow.
And everyone's like, oh my god, she's lost it.
Oh, that'll do it to you for sure.
Yeah.
Especially on hardcore.
But it was so
Can't
funny.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, so now I just if I die, like sometimes it does suck. Like this season when I died, I was like, damn it. But I just got right back on the horse. I got chanted and I just leveled right up and then got the rush once I hit 40. And it was so easy. And like it was so nice. People showed up to help me out. And I had stuff put aside to wear, so that was chill. And then I farmed again because I was farming Nightmare Andy until I got a Viper Magi, and I got it, and then I died, and then I had to do it again. Everyone's like, "Really, you're back in Andy?" I'm like, "Yep, happens."
I remember I popped in on one
Yeah,
of the
you're
streams
like,
when that
really?
happened. Yeah. Before we move on, I do want to ask one other question. What is like the best item you've ever found? Like, what is the one thing? Is there anything that stuck out that you're just like, that was the coolest or most rare or best item I've ever found?
I feel like because of the moment that it was, griffins for me. Oh, actually, no. When I got my first SOJ it was actually my first ever lifetime SOJ. And it was season 2, I think.
Oh, that's when Mosaic came out and all the rune words and stuff.
Yeah, but I was a sorceress. No, I think it was season 3. Season 3, terrorized Hell Andy, and we were running as a group because it was a 99 crew. We were running together, we were leveling up, and then that ring drops, and I grabbed it and I was like, oh my god, I got it, because I had like some loot goblins with me, and I was so excited that I got it, and then I ID'd it, and I just threw my chair so far back from my desk. I was like, no, I did it. And I was running a lot of D-clones on hardcore too, so it just made it feel so much more epic because I could like contribute what I found finally and not when I was trading for it.
So real quickly, it kind of cut out when you like yelled. What is it that you yelled?
Oh, I was like, oh my god, I finally got it.
For me personally, I found a P-Combat 45 life Grand Charm.
Ooh, juicy.
Yeah, I like ran around my office and like just like giggled incessantly. I couldn't believe it. I was like screaming. But yeah, it was terrorized cows on my Javazon, and I still have that P-Combat on my Paladin. It's only Grand Charm I have on it aside from the Geeds, and like I have my 99 Paladin. Like everything on it is stuff that I've like found myself.
Nice.
And it's not all of it is 100% perfect, but like I've strived to like make perfect stuff. So that's like kind of my gem character. But I was happy to put that on there. I was tempted to sell it because I could have got like like 100 jaw runes or something crazy for it. But I decided it meant more to me to like be able to load up the game and look at it every once in a while and be like, yeah, I found that. Than the actual runes that it would be worth. So I held on to it as my trophy.
In season 3, that was the first and only 99 that I did, and I was wearing an Ondals the whole time, but I put a fire facet in it so that I still did some damage because I was a fire sorceress. Mm-hmm. And then after I hit 99, I personalized it, and it went around through the community, and everyone was using it to 99.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah. Do you know where it's at now?
Sisterhood of... Oh, no, I don't think so. I wish I knew, though.
Someone has it.
Someone has it.
All right. So from your perspective, how important is communication between developers and community when it comes to keeping Diablo's world alive? It's kind of a loaded question, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's really important because, like, D2R is a game that we all love and we don't want to see it die. But I think with the radio silence, more and more people are slowly quitting.
Mhm.
So if there was a bit more communication about whether it actually is just in maintenance mode, I feel like people would accept that and still play. But
Mhm.
they're constantly being left like, is there gonna be something? And then disappointed when there is nothing. So I feel like if there was at least a communication that it is in maintenance mode, then that would help. I don't think that they would fully lose everybody to play, because the ones that have been waiting and waiting and got sick of waiting are just lingering, but the
Mhm.
ones that will forever play D2R will always play D2R.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I agree. And I think I've lamented over this before. Just kind of let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
But like from a business standpoint, I understand that they might not want to do that because they don't want to discourage people from, buying the game, right? So
Yeah. But I think they'll forever get people always buying the game, especially
True.
when it's on sale. Like
Mhm.
even people that are actively playing and have accounts, like everyone's just buying more accounts.
Mhm.
I know someone with 12.
Oh, that's insane. That's more than you can put in a game.
Yeah, he just wants more mules.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
They could just sell stash tabs and then
Yeah.
maybe we'll see that. I don't know.
So I got one for you
Okay,
then.
yeah, go ahead.
If you could collaborate with Blizzard on any kind of creative project, whether it be a lore series, an in-game event, or a cinematic, whatever the case may be, what would you dream up?
Okay, so I actually totally want to do a lore series. I've been wanting to do one for a while and been planning it, but I just never did it. But for a Blizzard collab, I think a big dream of mine would be to do some voice acting for a character. I don't know if
That'd
my
be
voice
cool.
would even be good enough for it, but I think it would be so cool.
I think you could figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
you could nail that for sure.
Yeah, I hope they
That's been a dream of mine for
yeah,
years.
I hope they like hear this and go, "Hey,
Yeah.
let's do this."
I would love to, but I honestly hate my voice, and I've discussed this at length with Bale, but yeah, I hate how my voice sounds recorded.
So it's a good thing you're doing a podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
I think everyone hates their own voice though.
Oh, not me. I have dulcet
Crew
tones.
loves his
So-
own voice.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
everybody but Crude.
So, I was watching your stream a couple of times. I snuck in. I actually I added you and everything. And so let's talk about your creative spark. So your visuals and the tone, it's very cinematic. And what inspired that? What inspired your stream to be that? It's unique. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
So a lot of it has been just like building as I go. I'll see something random and get inspired to do something new. And actually, just this week, we had some stream lore happen. I was playing, or I guess it started Friday. Yeah, because this week, yeah. Okay, so it started just on Friday. And on Friday, I have like my like 90s, early 2000s playlist playing. And Shania came on, and that's one of the community members' favorite artists, so he always goes ham for some Shania. And then one of my mods started playing the crab rave, and I had to pause Shania, and everyone the reaction was so funny. So my friend made this hilarious gif of like crabs coming in, taking Shania, throwing her away, and then just raving. So I have like a huge plan for that, but it was going on like crazy today. And just like little things always make little stream lore, or also taking memes and doing something funny with them. So it's been a build as I go process, but it's been a lot of fun.
It's definitely teaching me, if I ever do decide to jump into the streaming game, and I've thought about it, but I think about a lot of things, that I need to do more than just hey, I'm playing Diablo, and I'll have a snarky comment every here and there. It's like a new idea. I didn't really think about it in that kind of context of, hey, you can build this, kind of a world around the world kind of thing. I
Yeah.
think it's really neat.
Speaking of doing boring gameplay stuff, I am going to start doing, I'm not going to do streaming, but I'm going to put out some like unedited gameplay, like just MFs running on softcore, kind of just to complement the content for the podcast. I don't have any like grand aspirations for it or anything. It's just something that I'll just record when I play that I normally play, and so that'll be coming out here relatively soon once I get a chance to start recording some stuff. So kind of excited for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Are you going to do a commentary, or are you just going to
And there might
play
be a
it
little
and...
commentary. I haven't really thought about it. I'm just gonna sit down and hit record when I'm like just playing when I would normally play and see what happens. I'm sure it'll get better over time, much like this podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice segue.
Nothing. Obviously all of our episodes have been great, but I'm just talking from like a process and from a editing standpoint, from all that different stuff, the actual work that goes into it, as you learn and get better at things, the overall quality improves. We'll see. So Mischa, how do you approach each season as a storyteller, as a competitor, or both?
I feel like more a storyteller. I've only really had like one competitive season. No, season 3 when we did 99. But yeah, definitely a storyteller. Especially like I like to start my stream and like talk about what we did the night before, over the weekend, or like something funny that happened to me. Sometimes random people that don't know me are kind of like, "Are you gonna play the game?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm telling a story though. Hold on."
yeah, and like sometimes you need to like set the stage, right? Like what it is you're doing for the day, maybe what led to how you're approaching the game that day, that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
cool.
Like a little debrief, and like just the good mornings as everyone comes in, get your boops in.
Nice.
So as I'm clearly not in the streaming space, but this question pertains to me as well. Might be able to help me out with doing this as much as you do. How do you handle like the burnout or creative fatigue between seasons? Because like I find myself, just from the gaming aspect, having to take breaks with games, and I know that you play more than I do, so how do you handle that?
Yeah, so definitely I do get burnt out. So switching it up to other games definitely helps. Like D2R is my main game, but it's nice to have like D4, some PoE, maybe a survival game here every now and then. But also I sometimes get completely burnt out from gaming. So I will paint on stream, and that's like a nice chill thing to do and like get myself back into feeling a little creative and a break from gaming.
Okay, I dig that. You ever do like miniatures or anything like that?
No, I do like oil paintings on canvas.
Okay. Yeah, if you haven't ever done that, I suggest mini painting. Yeah. Clearly.
She also does she also does train painting or train sets.
Yeah. Little airplanes.
She's like that one kid from Polar Express.
The actually meme.
I usually paint cars. I've done a Diablo painting. I've done some people's pets. But yeah, people have commissioned me because of my stream, or if I have like inspiration to do something myself. I've sold a couple through stream that I've done myself, but it's actually really fun.
Yeah, can I actually make a request when you decide to paint again?
Yeah.
How about a 69 Dodge Charger?
Hell yeah, I can do that.
Deal.
And then you have to raffle it off, or not raffle it off. You'll do an auction, and Tyrael will bid on it.
Yep, and I'll yell family while I do it.
While making hot sauce and bread.
Yes.
Yep.
Of course. Back in our first episode, we all came up with ideas for what we want to see in the game. Things like game changes or new events, quest lines, things like that. So if you were given the reins and they said, hey, why don't you come up with the next big idea for D2R? What would you make? Would it be an event or a quest line? What would it be about? And what would be the reward for that?
That's a tough one. All right, so let's swing it to quest in Act 4, since we know that Act 4 is not complete. I think a cool spot would be in the Plains of Despair after you defeat Isuel. Then he opens up a red portal, and I don't know, we can call it like the Gleaming Ruins or something, and there's like shards and lava, and I don't know how it could visually look, but they could have like some super elites that drop like Heroic shards or something, and use it to like craft something cool, like, or improve an item. Or actually you could use it to open up maps, and then we get another end game activity.
Nice.
That'd be sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
I dig this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
She's got my vote, guys.
Piggybacking off of that, if they were going to add a mercenary to Act 4, what would it be?
Oh, it would have to be like some sort of angelic thing. Has to.
Yeah. It makes
But I
sense
feel like
because
it'd be
it's
so
in hell,
OP.
so you'd be thematic.
Or like like an angel or like a crusader type paladin-esque. But I feel like it has to be like an angel.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
A holy warrior.
What is your favorite class or build, or both, across all titles, and why? Meaning across the Diablo franchise.
Yeah. Oh, that's hard because because of the difference in playstyle for D2 and D4, I like different things. Well, although the sorceress.
All right, you can only pick
D2,
one. We'll make it easy or hard, I guess, depending on the way you look at it.
Okay, I guess it's the sorceress, and my thing is the Hydra sorceress.
Hydra's cool.
Yeah.
I made a few seasons ago. I made a Hydra sorceress, and I really enjoyed the play style because even though it wasn't on hardcore, like you have to cast ahead of yourself. What I found myself doing was I did a Hydra fireball.
That's what I do.
And like I would cast, like especially going through areas where there's a lot of doors, like going to Andariel in Act 1. I would cast into the next room through the doorway and see if anything was getting attacked, if the Hydras were firing, just to get a sense of like what I'm walking into. Anyway, I kind of liked that. It made it a little bit slower, but also enjoyable in a different kind of way, that you're not just teleporting through everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Mischa, why not you say Barb is best class? Barb.
So Barb is my favorite on D4.
I love the Barb on
this is hard.
everyone. My favorite Barb though is probably the seismic slam Barb in D3. I love that skill so much. One of the great things I loved about D3 was the physics of watching them. You would hit the mobs and you would knock the skeleton right out of the body, and it would just leave this pulp on the ground. I thought that was such a great effect, and I love it. And I actually caught this in D2R, which I never saw in D2 because of the different graphics. So in certain areas in D2R, like in the catacombs and in the jails, if you hit somebody just right, you can knock their head right off right into the wall.
There's never been a more Barb thing ever.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
we're going to move on to what we're calling our Hellfire round. That's going to be rapid fire questions. It's just going to be one or the other.
So no butts?
No buts. Or some
No.
buts. I don't know. We'll see. All right, here we go. Ready? All right.
Yep.
Ladder or non-ladder?
Ladder, but sometimes my challenges are on non-ladder.
Hardcore or softcore?
Hardcore.
Duriel or Ondariel? Which one is the worst roommate?
Oh, Duriel, he's like slimy.
Yeah, true. Although I think it would be hard to fall asleep with Ondariel walking around with chains dragging everywhere.
Yeah, but all those hands, she could hug you.
Just gotta
a
knock
lot.
her out first.
Yeah.
No. Doriel is the worst roommate because he will constantly annoy you all the time. Every time you go to look for something, he'll say, "Looking for conditioner, looking for the mayonnaise." He will,
Looking for this.
it will never stop. It will never stop.
And also just a snail trail everywhere.
Oh yeah, true.
Aw.
Okay.
Looking for toothpaste. Yeah.
Just all over the ground.
Gross.
Favorite act, town music. So which act has the best music in town?
Oh. Well, Rogue Encampment music always just like lives rent free in my head. So I'm just gonna
act 1.
go with the OG Act 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then lastly, and I think we already know the answer here, but D2, D3, or D4, which has the best soundtrack?
Definitely D2. I don't even really remember the D4 soundtrack, to be honest.
Did D3 have a soundtrack?
I definitely don't remember D3's because
Yikes.
the only thing I remember about D3 was hunting for rainbow goblins to get the cosmic wings, and we got it really fast. Like, we got it really, really fast, so after that I quit.
For D4, the music in Kyovashad slaps.
Oh,
really hard. It's great.
Kyovashad actually does. I do remember that one. I remember saying that this music slaps.
Nice. All right, Tyrael, go ahead.
I didn't have anything.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. It
Nope.
it looked like never mind. All right, so forget it. Before we conclude, anything else? No? All right.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, Mischa, I want to thank you for joining us today. This has been a really great conversation. And I think your passion for Diablo and its community truly is inspiring. So with that, where can listeners find you and your work?
So I stream to both YouTube and Twitch Monday through Friday. I start at 10 a.m. ET, and I usually go to between 3 and 4 ET. And I have a TikTok. I think I have an Instagram.
You also have a Blue Sky and Twitter, right?
Oh yeah, I got that too. I'd say, and my Discord is pretty active if you want to hang out there. But that's also like the discord.gg/hellomischa.
Yeah, we'll put links to all the stuff in the video description.
Yeah.
So no worries about that.
But I think the best spot is probably Twitch and YouTube.
Cool. And then I guess just real briefly, I think we already touched on it a bit, but you're also now posting additional content to YouTube aside from your streams?
Yeah, so I have a friend that's been helping me out. His name's Riz. He's been helping me with my shorts, and thank God, because he does a really good job at editing them. And I'm getting back into making longs again. I was on a little uninspired hiatus.
We'll call it a
but
sabbatical.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
a sabbatical, yes. So I don't have a schedule for posting them because things take time.
Sure.
And but I do have a lot on my mind to come out in the future, so I won't ditch them this time. I promise.
All right. I think we all look forward to seeing that as well. All right.
Yay.
Again, thank you, Mischa. This is awesome. Really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Your presence honors us. And if you enjoy our content, please consider joining our community on Reddit and Discord. And as always, farewell. Until next time.